Howdy friend, it's Mia. Today we'll look at a few mods for the latest version of the game. If you haven't watched the previous video, appear on the screen now. Watch it later. Now, without further ado, let's watch the video. Mutated Items is an unusual mod for Minecraft that completely changes the idea of familiar things. Here, any object can come to life and turn into a mutant with unique abilities. All you need to do is throw the thing into the portal to hell, and with a 10% chance, it will return to you in an unusual form. Let's start with one of my personal favorites, the Furnace Golem. It's literally a walking furnace that can smelt ores and cook items on the go. It works faster than a normal furnace, but it constantly needs fuel. If it runs out, it just falls asleep. Honestly, after getting one of these, I almost stopped using regular furnaces altogether. Next up is the Nether crab. This little guy lives in the Nether and can convert quartz into experience. It's a really handy companion, especially if you spend a lot of time farming in the Nether. And it looks funny while doing its job. Then we have the shear ant. This aggressive ant not only attacks mobs, but it also shears sheep automatically, leaving the wool lying around. If you love building and constantly need wool for decoration, this creature is a real game changer. Torchy is a tiny torch mutant. It glows in the dark and sets zombies on fire. Fragile but extremely useful. If you spend a lot of time mining, you'll find it hard to play without it. There's also the spawning hutch, a strange creation born from a mob spawner. It absorbs nearby mobs and spits out new ones every 30 seconds. It can become a resource farm or a serious problem, depending on how you manage it. And then we have the cauldron bud, a living cauldron. It can store huge amounts of liquids, water, potions, even milk. You can carry it all with you, which is super convenient, though villagers don't seem to trust it. They see it as something witch-like. On top of these, there are plenty of other mutants. They all add their own twist, but the true lifesavers are the ones I mentioned earlier. For me personally, the Furnace Golem and the shear ant became essential. They save so much time and make survival way less grindy. Naturalist is a mod from Starfish Studios that turns your Minecraft into a living ecosystem theater. Here, 24 animals acquire realistic behavior, sleep, food chains, reactions to the environment, and what's even more fun, personalities. The first thing that catches your eye is the crocodile. It lives near rivers and swamps, motionless, hiding in the water. But if you get too close, the crocodile immediately attacks, turning travel across rivers into a much more dangerous activity. A bear is found in the forests and taiga. It is not always aggressive. More often it behaves calmly, but when threatened, it becomes deadly. When you meet a bear, you have to choose to go around or take a risk. This animal perfectly conveys the atmosphere of the wild nature, where the master of the forests lives his life. A boar does not look so menacing, but it is fast and stubborn. Usually it roams in packs, digging in the ground in search of food. When attacking, it can cause serious damage, and this adds realism to the game, that even small animals can become a threat if underestimated. Perhaps one of the most unusual animals of the mod is the giraffe. This mob brings calm and beauty, making biomes lively and diverse. The lion is a real predator of the savanna. It hunts other animals and can attack the player if you get too close. The lion emphasizes the main quality of the Naturalist. These are not just decorative mobs, but real participants in the food chain. The elephant is a giant that impresses with its size. He is peaceful, but if you anger him, the consequences will be serious. In the world of Minecraft, the elephant looks majestic and immediately sets the atmosphere of the African plains. The Naturalist turns your Minecraft into a sandbox with a rich plot, not with quests or technology, but with breathing, pulsation, survival. The mod was updated only 4 months ago, which means it is developing and has already been adapted to version 1.20.1. Think about this. You rush through the endless world of Minecraft. The horse tramples the ground, and a wagon rolls behind it. With the Trotting Wagons mod, from every journey turns into an epic caravan adventure. Horse carts appear in your world, which can be jumped, loaded with things, and go anywhere, and all this is without difficulties. Creating a wagon does not require any complex recipes. The basis of craft is a board, wheels, and a little fabric. This makes the gameplay much easier. Conestoga, classical and most practical. Fabric top, an impressive number of slots for objects and good strength. Royal, a carriage for those who value style and speed. She has fewer slots for things, but she looks gorgeous and the ride itself is felt much faster. Armored wagon, the wagon in heavy armor. Slow but very durable, like a fortress on wheels. It is impossible to store things in it, but survival and protection are at a height. If you need to pick up the wagon back, do not break it with an axe. The right way is to sit down and press the right mouse button, then the wagon will return to your inventory. I think this can be suitable for those who prefer a medieval spirit in the game Minecraft. Simply Tents turns the site into the fastest and most comfortable camps. This mod allows you to simply and beautifully set up camp anywhere. You assemble a tent, you can paint it any color, attach a lantern, and immediately get comfort. This instantly creates a feeling of coziness, even if there is an endless forest around. The main advantage is the visual. Not those complex mechanics and quests, but the ability to stop at any time, unfold a colored triangle of fabric, and spend the night like a king. Simply Tents is about how a small, cozy space can become the main frame of your journey. Explosive Enhancement. Reforged is a mod that makes explosions in Minecraft not only more powerful, but also visually exciting. It adds a lot of new particles to explosions. Now the activation of dynamite or creeper now looks truly epic. It does not change the mechanics of the game, but makes any explosion spectacular, exciting, and a real treat for the eyes. The mod is fully compatible with the latest versions of Minecraft and is available for download. You've probably seen footage of Minecraft players flying on airships. This isn't a montage or a separate game. It's a mod called Immersive Aircraft, which has literally blown up social networks in recent months. Its main feature is that it makes flights in Minecraft not just fast, but truly atmospheric. Wooden biplanes, airships, helicopters, all of these are not just models, but detailed machines that feel like part of the world. Each machine is assembled by hand through full-fledged crafting. The controls are intuitive, but at the same time require attention. Each vehicle has its own characteristics: speed, maneuverability, capacity. It's no wonder that Immersive Aircraft has become so beloved by players around the world. When you rise into the air on an airship you built yourself and look down on familiar biomes, the game feels completely different. Imagine that even the zombies and skeletons you know suddenly begin to behave differently, as if they are transferred from the world of classics to the world of dark fantasy. This mod adds new variants of the usual mobs. They do not just replace old ones, but organically embed in biomes. For example, Gelid appeared in snow biomes, a zombie frost that will hit you with frost during an attack. New options often appear even inside spawners in dungeons or testing halls. It is like an invitation to an unexpected challenge in familiar temples and ruins. Everything works under the latest versions, and the fresh version came out recently. What do you think about this mod? Write in the comments under this video. Moog's Nether Structures is a mod that brings the Nether to life by adding new structures and ruins. There are no new mobs or blocks here. Everything is built from vanilla materials. But the layout, architecture, and hidden chests make exploration a real adventure. You'll stumble upon abandoned mansions, altars, cemeteries, and fortresses. Each structure contains random loot, rare resources, chests with items, and sometimes dangerous traps. All this creates the feeling of an exploration quest without introducing new mechanics. The ruins with guards are especially interesting. Skeletons and other vanilla mobs act as guards. forcing the player to plan their steps and choose whether to move on or retreat. The mod is fully compatible with the latest versions of Minecraft. The current update was released in July 2025 for version 1.21.8. So the world of the Nether continues to evolve and remains just as unsafe. A mod that adds massive fossil structures throughout the map. Here you can meet the remains of ancient creatures. Each fossil structure is carefully worked out. The forms of skeletons, the location of bones and parts give them realism and scale. This discovery seems to transfer you to a distant past when the world was inhabited by extinct giants. It is especially impressive when you find the completely restored skeletons of a Tyrannosaurus or dragon. From this, a sense of greatness and ancient history immediately appears. Particular attention should be paid to interaction with the environment. In these remnants of ancient creatures, spawners of hostile mobs can be located, creating the feeling that the world is still guarded. This makes the study not only visually spectacular, but also dynamic. You need to carefully approach each find, plan movement, and monitor safety. The mod is compatible with version 1.20.1 and supports Forge, Fabric, and NeoForge, so integration into your world will pass without problems. When we fight in Minecraft, we often lack vivid feedback. You hit a mob, it blinks, but that's it, and the feeling of the fight is lost. This is exactly what the mod was created for. It turns each hit into a small event. Imagine, you shoot a skeleton with a bow, and immediately the damage number pops up, bright, colorful, as if the game itself shows how strong your shot was. It would seem a simple detail, but it makes the fight much more lively and emotional. The mod works not only beautifully, but also flexibly. Here you can customize everything, from the color and style of the numbers to how noticeable the effect will be. It is these little things that change the atmosphere of the game and make it truly cinematic. The night at Minecraft has always been melted with danger, but with the Modiad Unleashed, darkness becomes truly hostile. This mod adds many new creatures, each of which is ready to turn a simple journey into a struggle for life. Destroying some of them, you can get unique objects from which rare things and even new weapons will be scattered. The skeleton, dressed in armor, and the battle with it turns into a real test. At some point, he lifts the shield, completely blocking the damage, and it was then that he has to look for tactics in order to defeat it. A fiery monster from the lower world, which is most reminiscent of the devil. He fits perfectly into the atmosphere of the Nether. He flies, scatters the flame, and even his very appearance makes the impression of a meeting with something truly hellish. But personally, my main test was another mob. It is worth stepping at night and being far from home. You have to literally fight this essence every few minutes. Even on the basis where the entire territory is lit by torches, it still appears. It turns out that even in a safe zone, you are waiting for a constant threat. My advice to the author, it is worth reconsider the frequency of the appearance of this mob. His concept is remarkable. He really makes the game darker and more interesting. But because of such a spav, the balance is felt violated. This mod adds animals that don't look like cardboard. They move, live, and interact with the world as if you've tamed a real creature from the wild. The latest updates to the mod have made the animals even more expressive. For example, elephants now beat their chests, hippos lie down and sip, fish splash, and birds sit smoothly instead of falling sharply. Giraffes move their necks, babies jump to their parents, and the sea family of dolphins is quite a living show of swimming and jumping. The author has mostly made a mod about a zoo. but I couldn't pass by when I saw these creatures in the screenshots. Of all the animal mods, I can say that this one has the most interesting and realistic model. And the comments from players online also confirm this. A special like to the author. The modification currently supports Minecraft version 1.21, so I'm looking forward to the update to the latest version. In the meantime, you can test it yourself and enjoy it. Imagine opening your inventory, and instead of the usual dry tooltips, you see stylish design, shimmering effects, a 3D model of the weapon right in the tooltip. This is Obscure Tooltips, as if the interface suddenly learned to whisper details in your ear and not just show a line of text. Everything is here, from the color of the tooltip to moving frames and frames. The higher the rarity of the item, the more elegant its tooltip. It also shows 3D models of armor and tools right in the tooltip. It rotates, as if the item is under a microscope. Not just a designation, but a real demonstration shot. Obscure Tooltips is a mod about look, attention, and atmosphere. When the interface starts to look like it tells its own story, and it's no longer just a GUI. Villager Golem Healer, a mod that adds to the Minecraft a new resident specializing in the protection of iron golems. When the golem is attacked, this healer crafts a mini-gole, which merges with an iron golem, restoring his health. In addition, this resident has unique behavior. He avoids sunlight and prefers to relax under the trees, and also collects and sniffs poppies, getting the effect of regeneration. And you can also bargain with him as with any other resident. Exchange iron or emeralds for useful objects and resources. Such an element adds the depths of rural life. Now the village is felt alive and interdependent. This is a great example of how one new NPC can change the entire dynamics of the village, adding practical value. What if instead of single-player survival, the world suddenly came to life, with quests and rewards? With this mod, it doesn't sound like a fantasy. Russian developer NoCube adds a whole system of quests, just like in an RPG. New structures appear around the world, and inside them, NPCs. You come up, talk, and he gives you a task. For example, to collect resources, hunt, or craft something. All this is conveniently tracked through the journal by pressing the key J. Everything is as natural as possible, as if built into the game system. Tasks can be simple and rare, and rewards are appropriate. Sometimes these are resources, sometimes items that are nice to receive after the work is done. The most pleasing thing is that the quest system is not static, and importantly, all this works in multiplayer. Competing with friends who will complete the quest faster gives Minecraft that very missing note of adventure. An ordinary walk around the world began to resemble a journey with history. You're not just building or digging anymore, you're completing quests, returning for rewards, and every action has meaning. Thanks for watching. The previous episode was equally as exciting with lots of cool mods. Definitely check it out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. I'll see you in next one, my friend.